Hello and welcome to the City Show. I'm your host, Dr. Tom Krieger. Today we're at the Warren County Career Center, and with 2022 just around the corner, we're talking about starting your new year with a new career. Here to tell us about many programs that get underway after January 1st is Kim Gates, the Director of Adult Education. Kim, welcome to the show.
Hi.
How long have you been doing this?
Thank you. So this is actually my first year as our Adult Education
Okay.
Director, but I've been with the Career Center now for it's going on 7 years.
And have you always worked in career and technical education?
No, I've had over 20 years in education. I started off in traditional K-12 and then transitioned over to career tech about 6 years ago.
Oh, fantastic.
So it's been fantastic.
Yeah. And what is it about a career center that keeps you excited about coming to work each day?
You know, I think the impact that you can have on changing student lives and really the impact that you can have on the community at the county level, the state level, I mean, it really expands beyond this place, and there's so much opportunity to have that kind of positive impact. So it's exciting, really exciting.
So what grade did you teach when you were teaching school?
I taught primarily 11th and 12th graders.
Okay, so not too far away.
No,
So a lot of similarities, and that's neat. The news is filled right now with talk about work shortages throughout the country. How is this creating more opportunities, or is it affecting you at all here at the Career Center?
You know, I think it's such an exciting time to be in career technology, because what we see is we have a huge need for workers in skilled areas, and that's exactly what we specialize in.
Yeah.
And so while we do have a work shortage, I think what's so beneficial is that we kind of have a two-prong approach, and that we can help current manufacturers, employers, businesses upskill their incumbent workers, and at the same time train new students to go right into the field. So we can really help many aspects of growth for companies in the area.
Wow, that's fabulous. Let's talk about some of the programs that get started after the first of the year.
Sure.
Let's start first with the information technology field and your Cisco Certified Network Administrative Program. Do you have to be like a computer person to really be successful in this?
No, I think what you have to have is a passion, a curiosity, and a natural drive to want to figure things out and work through the curriculum.
Okay.
I think if you are someone who, you know, if you were in high school and maybe you were really drawn to computer science classes, or you're in a career right now and where a lot of what you're doing is related to computer tech, you know, information technology, cybersecurity is where we're seeing a huge need in the workforce, that there are so many opportunities where, again, incumbent workers who are already working maybe in a similar field can upskill what they have. And then again, someone coming out of high school, if you're really into computer science and you gravitate toward that, what is so beneficial about coming to the Career Center for Adult Education is that you can complete and receive your certifications in that field in under a year.
Oh my.
And that's what they're looking for out in industry.
Yeah.
When we're talking cybersecurity, we're talking information technology, those employers, they want to know that you have the certifications, and that's what we are all about here.
And when does that kick off next year?
Our next information technology programs are toward the end of January. So if you're interested, I encourage you to go to our website and look for an information session. And again, you can apply right online and get your foot in the door. And we're always here to answer questions.
How many
to help
spots
you.
available in that program?
We probably have a handful of spots left at this point.
Okay.
So
Hurry up.
it could. And again, it's such a high demand field. Cybersecurity is in just full demand right now. I mean, you see companies needing to ramp up their cybersecurity for, you know, thinking of things maybe that we didn't think about 10, 15 years ago.
We could probably do a whole show just on
We probably could.
cybersecurity. Yeah, but
Yes.
you got so many things going on here.
Yes.
Let's move into
Okay.
cosmetology. Graduates found work in salons all over the area. The people graduated from here. What are you
Yes.
guys doing that's just so different that your students are just, boom, getting the jobs?
Well, I think we have a very robust cosmetology program. We have great partnerships and great instructors and an excellent coordinator. Stephanie Sealy is our coordinator for that program. And you know, we are, what separates us maybe from the private institutions is that students who are interested in going into cosmetology, because it's a full-time program, they can apply for aid and assistance to help them go through that. And again, it's about life-changing opportunities. You know, we are always going to be looking for people to cut our hair, to work in cosmetics, and we have an excellent placement rate. Usually they're requesting our students before they finish the programs.
And now that one starts on January 10th.
Yes.
So again, when's a good time to get started?
Yeah.
Call now.
Yes,
right?
ASAP,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
And we will help you with every step of the way. So sometimes it can be a little overwhelming to go through the
just getting
application
started.
process,
Yeah.
but we have many people here to assist you who are ready to answer your questions.
I feel that, and I can tell that people are going to get that, because that's scary. You know,
It is.
new
It's-
career change, and
Yeah.
I bet a lot of people who work here probably have gone to a different career, and they can probably encourage them too.
Absolutely.
What opportunities are there for potential adult education students to get a preview of what the courses look like? Do they go online, or?
So we have online, we have the availability where you can look at a quick snapshot video of the programs, which I think are a fantastic window into what that looks
Okay.
like. But I really also want to encourage you to call any of our staff, our coordinators, myself, you know, Kim Gates, call Adult Education. I could answer questions. What I really want the community and potential students to understand is that you have an open invitation to come to Adult Education. We want to answer your questions. We want to take you around to explore what the lab and what your day and your time would look like here, because we're really all about being student-centered.
Now, on January 10th is also the starting date for the electric power line mechanic program, which runs it's in the daytime?
So we actually offer our program here on the main campus during the day and evening.
Okay.
And we also have our Warren County Career Center. We actually have classes at the Oaks campus in Hamilton, and we also have it in Piqua in Upper Valley. But they're Warren County Career Center adult education programs. They fill up quickly because it's an extremely high demand field. I think you're going to see continued growth with that out of the 5G initiative, out of the governor's office. So the need for the 5G broadband is going to even expand that even more. And I can't say enough, it's an excellent program, excellent instructors, coordinator, and again, life-changing opportunities with the kind of money that you can make in that field.
That's amazing and brilliant is how you guys have partnered up with industry and companies. So with that, are you partnered up with the power company?
Absolutely. So we have a close connection relationship with
What
Duke
a
Energy.
good gig for them. It's like they don't have to
Yes.
worry about a program or a training program.
Yes.
They just come here.
Yes, we actually use their Duke Energy's curriculum in our power line, and then we have a great partnership with them. We have great partnership with the union. So, and then we have many students who also go into the telecom field, and I think that this is an area that you're going to, again, see continued growth and opportunities, and really, you really can create your own pathway with many of our programs.
These are the folks up on those yellow buckets.
They
They're
are.
doing all that
They're
work?
doing all the they climb the poles, they do everything, and
So
it's exciting.
if
Come
you have
and look.
if you have
I
a
mean,
fear of heights, is that something that you might stay
you
away
know,
from?
I always say, you know,
chance to overcome that fear?
you know what, I think it's amazing what you can overcome too with wonderful instructors, so and coordinators who, you know, maybe there's a little hesitancy there, but I've seen them work very close with students. I think that's another really great thing about adult education here at Warren County is that you have very invested instructors and coordinators who are going to be there for their students.
Now, another program that you guys do just great is firefighter EMT program.
Yes.
When does that get underway?
So we actually have a fire instructor class that's, you can register for that now. And then we have our Fire 1 and EMT starting toward the end of February. So that, again, those fill up quickly. Wonderful program. You know, I think what's so exciting is you can go to Fire 1, Fire 2, and then EMT and have all of that completed in under a year. Wow. And yes, and you can be working right away. We have wonderful partnerships. Our public safety coordinator, Chief Kern, he has a wonderful relationship with our surrounding fire stations who work closely with us. We have a state-of-the-art fire tower and facilities, which
So how has that worked out, having a tower right on the campus?
I mean, it really, you can't ask for a better training facility. And I know that the students, they are very excited and engaged just to be in the programs. And I think if I could add this, we just received the short-term certificate funding grant from Ohio, and what that allows is for students who are in need and would need assistance. Those programs are individual short-term programs in the Fire 1, Fire 2, and EMT. Students can get assistance, and honestly, if they're in economic need, they can have that fully paid for.
So the tower, is that something that they light up and then they put out?
They do live burns and controlled burns in the tower, and the students participate right there in and they are in the thick of it.
And then you have other students who just rebuild it probably in
That's
another
right.
program.
That's right.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, it's
Burn it.
yes.
Build it.
And you know what's great too is it's a great partnering facility for our county and surrounding counties who train some of their facilities staff here as well.
Just a suggestion. You should sell tickets to the burning, and just a celebration. It could be a reunion. Everyone else comes back.
Yeah, that's a
you
good
know.
idea.
Now, of course, you have a number of medical programs that also get underway in January at the Atrium Medical Center,
Yes.
including two great first steps, the STNA and the phlebotomy courses. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, so those are, like you said, they take place at our
Yeah.
Atrium campus, which is right where Atrium Hospital is. We have a great partnership with them and with many surrounding medical facilities. The STNA course is a 3-week course, and it's a great foot in the door to many employment opportunities. And our phlebotomy it's about 4 months. And many places will actually hire you and then could even further pay for further education if you wanted to get your nursing degree.
Getting your foot in the door, getting started.
Yes.
Getting hope.
Yes.
That's what you guys do. And
right.
obviously the education too. There's so much going on here.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And this is your first year. You're doing great.
Thank you.
Are you loving
Thank
it?
you. I love it because that's
Yeah.
what we're here for, is to change lives, to put people on a different career path maybe that they hadn't thought about before.
Did you
And,
teach locally before?
So I've taught for Centerville, I taught for Springboro.
Do you see
I
some of
taught
those
here.
kids coming in here and
You know,
recognizing you?
I do,
saying,
and sometimes I see them
"Yeah."
out in the community, and
Yeah.
it's really rewarding. Yes.
That's funny. What's the best way to get information about your program that you offer?
To go online
Yeah,
to
if people are curious.
WCCC, mywccc.org, and you can look up adult education and click on that and go right to the Start Now.
Now,
and
now we're getting
get
close.
underway.
Are you concerned about deadlines? Is there some urgency?
Yeah,
Don't
I think
wait.
if you want to start one of the January, February programs, I really encourage you to get online to start the application process. And again, it can be overwhelming, and when it's not something you're used to doing, or maybe you're leaving one career field and you haven't had to go through financial aid or the registration process, don't be afraid to pick up the phone and call us, because that's what we're here for.
Don't be afraid of that first step.
Yes.
Yeah. Anything else?
No, just we're very excited
Yeah,
and
thank you.
really appreciate the opportunity
Yeah.
to be with you today.
Well,
and-
you're a good fit.
Thank
and
you.
just everybody I've met down here, just so wonderful.
Yeah.
Looking forward to you serving our community for many, many years. So
Thank
thank
you.
you.
I appreciate it.
One of the programs at the Warren County Career Center that's attracting a lot of attention is the Advanced Manufacturing Program, headed up by Dave Gwynn. We're going to talk to Dave about what they have to offer right after this break.
Break your fast food habit at Kelly's Meats and Deli at 1001 West Main Street in Lebanon. Stop in for a quick lunch featuring made-to-order sandwiches, tasty sides, and mouth-watering daily specials. For dinner, Kelly's offers fresh-cut steaks, chops, and seafood, plus a variety of prepared dishes that only need to be reheated. You'll also find a large selection of high-quality wine and beer that can make any meal a special event. Kelly's Meats and Deli, open 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Tuesday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Saturday, now open for dinner Saturdays 6 to 9 p.m. And remember, we cater too.
Since 1954, Hardee's Interiors has been providing quality furnishings for homes in and around Lebanon, Ohio. Today, you'll still find quality antique and vintage furniture along with new made-in-America furniture of all styles. At Hardee's, you can create a mix of furniture and accessories that truly reflects your personality, all made to last a lifetime. Designers are welcome, and so are you. Hardee's Interiors at 208 and a half Wright Avenue or online at hardeesinteriors.com.
An auto accident is a terrible thing to encounter. Oftentimes people look to getting their car taken care of, but they forget to take care of their body. At Lebanon Chiropractic and Fitness, that's what we do. We take care of your body with chiropractic adjustments, therapeutic massage, and therapeutic exercise. So if you've been involved in a vehicular collision, call our office at 933-9799 so we can take care of the body that counts.
Call now to schedule your free initial consultation. 933-9799.
Welcome back. This is Dave Gwynn, the Industrial Programs Coordinator here at the Warren County Career Center. Dave, how long have you been an educator?
I came to Warren County Career Center in the year 2000 as a part-time adjunct instructor. And then I moved into this full-time position. We needed an advanced manufacturing lab, and I got this job in 2013 in October.
And what experience did you have prior to that? What was your prior life?
I started my career out with General Motors right out of high school in 1967. I went into an apprenticeship in skilled trades, and I spent 30 years with them. And actually, I retired from General Motors when I was 47 years old.
Okay, well, being a millwright probably prepped you for everything you're getting into, because millwrights can fix everything. At least they got a reputation for that. So you're probably like a kid in a candy store with all the stuff you have exposure to now. You enjoying it?
Right. I love this job. It's having a background in the industry, it made it fairly easy to slide into this position and really have an understanding of what industry needs, plus the mechanics of the machinery to put it together.
That's awesome. Now let's get into it. You have some industrial programs like welding. You have an HVAC that also starts up in January. What kind of people do well in those programs?
We have a variety of people that we take enrollments from the general public off the street that have no experience whatsoever. We have taken people out of industry that are upgrading within their corporation or their facility. And we've even done some custom training for individuals that are weak in a certain area in the job they're at with their employer. They come in here and we've got some testing we can do and find out where their weak spots are, and then we actually create an individual training plan for them.
Now, can you tell us more about the advanced manufacturing and what the adult students learn in that program?
Advanced manufacturing the program is set up to cover a variety of different areas. We cover AC/DC electrical systems. We cover a lot of the motor controls and electrical portions of the program. We get into programming of logic controllers, robots, CNC machining. We have mechanical drives. We got some blueprint reading. We got what we call dimensional measuring, which is measuring with just about any type of measuring tool you can dream of. We've got hydraulics and pneumatics, and we've got a CAD program where they actually can draw with CAD and then go to a 3D printer and make the piece that they draw.
They get exposed to all that, or do they select certain ones?
It really depends. The full-time program is all of those areas.
Yeah.
It's a program made up of 31 courses.
Wow.
So that it takes about 57 weeks to get through that. We do a lot of custom program with the individual modules of that just to meet a specific company's needs.
Yeah, we've come to a different era. I think years ago we used to look at blue collar as really getting dirty and greasy, and the plants just being terrible, and that might have affected people's desire to work in that environment. It's a different environment now, isn't it?
Oh, it sure is.
Yeah.
The environment you got now is driven by technology, and technology just won't handle the dirt.
Yeah.
So the companies have cleaned up. Many of the companies that you can go into their facilities and the floors are just spectacularly cleaned, and it's a real clean environment, and it's almost a lab coat setting.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I understand you recently got honored. You won an award, the Area Progress Council's Award for Coordinator of the Year.
Right.
How did that feel being recognized?
You know what? I was very proud to get that award. And it's like I told my director here at the school and the folks at the Progress Council meeting, it was great for me to get that award, but that all happened because of the people that work with me. I've got 11 instructors that work in our programs, and they just kind of carry out the application of the program, if you will, and they make it work.
Wow. Well, you're a good leader, always giving it back to the team. That's awesome. Now, there's some exciting news in your program, something called an MSSC certification program.
Right. That's a
what is it?
That's a national certification.
Okay.
And it comes through the Manufacturer Skills Standards Council.
Okay.
And recently we became a master training center, so we have 5 master trainers for that certification process. It is a national certification that's not really attached to a specific manufacturer. For years we did manufacturer certification, so whoever made the machine, we do their training and we get certified in that machine. This is more built on standards of the industry, so it makes it a more applicable
Yeah.
certification for the employee and the employer.
Building the resumes of people.
Right.
Yeah, so they're asking for that. How long is that program?
That takes about, it's got 4 different sections in it. Each section takes about 35 hours to get through it.
Okay.
And then there is an exam and testing process.
Now, how many people actually drop out? Is there an issue as far as people not continuing, or are most of the folks who start your program, do they follow through?
We have a 100% pass rate.
Wow.
Since 2013 in this program. Anyone that starts this program, the instructors are so driven to see if they're having a problem, they work them through their problem. We have never had a failure.
So even people who aren't tinkerers, people who naturally tinker at home, they come in, they still make it too, and they do well and they thrive.
That's right.
You must have a good placement program as well. Can
My
you tell us about
placements
that?
are in the high 90s.
Yeah.
So the biggest problem I have is by the time people call and want to know if I have any students that can be employed, I already have them employed.
Wow.
So I can't keep up with the demand.
Okay, I know probably a question out there is a career like this, what do they start at as far as hour rates or?
Well, we market the program at $18 to $23 an hour, but most of my students have been going out of here at $26 to $28 an hour. There is a high demand for these students.
Wow. And does the Career Center help the students who complete these, obviously find work, you get them placed?
Absolutely.
And you got the companies knocking on your door. How many companies are you working with again?
I've got 18 different manufacturers,
Okay.
and they have been with me since 2013 on an advisory board. They have helped design the program and put it together, and they are the ones that hire my students.
How do you get many people who have an entrepreneurial spirit and want to start their own company?
Absolutely.
Right after, yeah, okay.
Absolutely. Yep.
Wow. And then they'll probably come back and ask you to find employees for them.
Ideally, I can tell you this, we had a young lady that went through the very first program that we rolled out in 2013, and she is an instructor for us right now.
Wow. So let me ask you a question. Are there more jobs out there than people to fill them?
That's correct.
Okay,
That's
okay.
correct. And you know what? I can start and run 3 or 4 programs at the same time.
Yeah.
Because the nature of this program is online learning, and we do not have any books assigned to it. So they do their online courses through computer, and then they do their hands-on skills to meet the objectives.
So where do you get information on the programs and how do we sign up?
You can go to our website and click on Adult Education, and over to the right-hand side, there's a number of tabs. One of them says, Start Here.
Okay, fantastic.
And that's where we go. You click on that and it leads you through the whole process. All of our registration can be done online. You can pay your registration fees online. You can schedule your entry test online. Everything's available to them online.
You shared with me earlier as we were chatting what the cost was, and I was amazed. Can you share what this program basically costs, and is there financial aid available?
There is financial aid available, plus we have a lot of agencies here in Warren County that help fund our students as well, and the cost of this program is $8,800.
Wow. Mom and Dad, I don't know about you, but that jumps out at me, because most colleges you're looking at 40, 50,
Oh, yeah.
thousand. That's for 1 year. After 1 year, they're getting a job. Yeah. Wow.
Right.
What recommendations would you give someone who isn't sure what program will work for them? Are they able to come down and chat with you and get some direction?
They can go on our website, and when you go to those quick links, there's an informational session. They click on that button, and you can register for an informational session.
Yeah.
We do them on the first and the third Tuesday of every month at 6 in the evening, and you'll meet with the coordinators. You'll go over the registration process, the financial aid process. You get a tour of the facility, and any questions you might have, bring them with you.
Okay. So is the program in January that's starting is it filled already? Do you have spots?
Welding and the advanced manufacturing are filling up fast. The next program start for HVAC is in August.
Okay.
Okay?
That's fantastic. I appreciate you sharing that with the community. Is there anything else that we missed that you want to share?
Just that this is a very needed program. The job market is very available. 60-some thousand jobs available in the state of Ohio. And I would encourage anybody is just tossing it around what they want to be in.
Yeah.
Come and see us and talk and go through a tour of the lab and make your own decision.
See, you've been doing this for about 8 years.
Yes.
Do some of the people come back just to see and
They all-
give you an update? And,
They all come back and
Yeah.
visit. We do follow-ups with them after they leave here and make sure everything's going well for them. And we get a lot of feedback from the employers that have hired them.
you must that must be rewarding for you to see them come
sure
back
is.
and talking about how great they're doing.
It sure is, yes.
That's fantastic. Dave, thanks. Stay
Okay.
with us. We're going to show you the ribbon cutting ceremony at the Lebanon's new Station 41 on North Broadway right after this break.
Both my legs were amputated due to an IED. It's when you start to try to get back into an everyday life. I absolutely felt like I lost some of my purpose. There must be something more. When DAV came into my life, they gave me a new mission. I could still be a productive member of society, could still support a family.
The DAV gave him that sense of structure and purpose again to get his life back together.
Visit DAV.org to learn more about our mission.
Me and my boy Matt had it good. He had catnip that was off the hook. But one day, he brings a girl home, and she's allergic to cats. Every sneeze was a nail in my coffin. Now I'm in a shelter. It's decent, but they don't even have Wi-Fi.
So there you are, shuffling through a stack of resumes and you come to mine. This is it, first impression, my way in. But can my resume show you how I truly stand out? Like that I was studying, going to night school while working 2 jobs just to help my parents pay for groceries. Or being the first one to always step up. No, that's something you just can't put on paper. Look beyond the resume and discover new ways to develop great talent that is dedicated, hardworking, and determined like me.
Today I'm going to talk to you about physics. Come on in, girls. Let's go. This is the first rocket to get humans to Mars.
Really tall.
I'm a rocket structural engineer, designing and building parts of the rocket. You are the generation that will be stepping foot on Mars. Do I have a group of astronauts on my hands?
Yes.
You can become a rocket scientist or whatever else you want to be.
Hey, we're back, but we're not going to the ribbon cutting ceremony yet. We got to talk about this thing, Dave. I mean, this is, tell them what this is and how this works with the class and how important it is.
Okay. In our program, we went over, we covered a variety of areas.
Yeah.
Okay. To wrap things up at the end of the program, we pull it all together with a national certification from MSSC. And this is the machine that we do the hands-on skill testing for everything that they've learned in the 31 courses in their program. Okay, so they'll come in here, and believe it or not, this little machine, we can do 53 hands-on skills. So we cover the electrical portion, we cover the programming portion, we cover hydraulics and pneumatics, we cover mechanical drives, and we cover programming to the point that we load parts in here, and one part will be aluminum, one part will be synthetic, and we program where we wanted to put the aluminums and where we wanted to put the synthetics. So they go through this whole thing. You'll see that it's got a belt drive on it. They have to switch it over to a chain drive. So they have to do all concepts of everything that they learn in their 900-hour, 57-week course. So, and what this does is, this is called a Skill Boss machine. What this does is, it certifies them as a certified production technician through the eyes of the Manufacturer Skill Standards Council.
Nationwide?
Nationwide certification.
That's huge.
So, yes.
Yeah, so they're not locked into just getting a job down, they can go anywhere with this.
Right. Any place that they go in the nation, they're going to be employable as a certified production technician.
Wow, that's fantastic.
Now what they do with that is they'll take that and they'll move into industry And that enables them to take a product line and maintain that product line from start to finish.
Yeah, wow, that's outstanding.
it
That-
is.
That increases the value of that program too.
Absolutely.
I'm glad we came back and went over that. Hey, with the thanks of the voters who've supported Lebanon's fire levy, the new firehouse has been built on North Broadway near the Warren County Fairgrounds. The new Station 41 will provide better living accommodations for the fire staff, easier and safer access for all the city's fire and EMS trucks, and more room for training. The new fire station will be permanently occupied this month, making way for a conversion of the Silver Street facility into a new restaurant. Let's take a look at the ribbon cutting ceremony.
The sun came out. We were a little worried about it this morning, but it's going to be a great day. I want to thank everybody for taking the time out of their schedule to be here today to really help us celebrate this project. I remember 4 years ago when I moved into the city manager role, one of the first conversations I had with Chief Johnson was, you know, what are we going to do with our existing fire station? And we didn't have the answer at that time, but we knew that we needed to start working towards a permanent solution to get to a place where we had a facility that really represents the importance of fire service in our community. And it's been a 4-year process to get here. A lot of people have helped along the way, and we're certainly going to thank those individuals today. I do want to give especially a shout out to Martin Russell with Warren County, and I see Gene Steiner with the Warren County Ag Society. So this property was county-owned property. So really the first step for us, once we realized where we wanted to build this fire station, is to work with the county and the Ag Society to actually be able to build it here. So certainly grateful for the cooperation from the county to get to this point. So with that, Vice Mayor Messer is going to say a few words, and we'll go from there.
Thanks everybody for showing up today, and it's a gorgeous day with the sun out. I've got a cheat sheet here, but I want to thank primarily the voters for making this possible by passing the latest levy and just always being in support of our fire and police services. And we're blessed to live in a community where they value those people and the service they provide. Our fire operation, as it begins its move, it's coming from an old laundromat that was built in the 50s, and we've been steadily using that for decades now. And I remember when I first came onto council, I toured that building, and it was then that they were talking about needing a new station, and they've been continuing there, and moving to this station here. It just shows the not only our support and for the fire service, but also our conservative aspects when it comes to our budgeting, and it reinforces the progress that the city is making to modernize our city services and our core services. So this is a key part of our city expanding. It's something that we needed to do as we grow as a city, and it will help the fire service to execute their jobs on a daily basis. A few people we need to thank is Martin with the county. Thank you for working with the city to get this property. We started this during COVID, so Graybach and KZF, our design engineers, thank you for working tirelessly on this project. We came in under budget and early, which is outstanding. So with that, I'll pass it over to the chief. Thank you so much.
Well, he said all I needed to say, and Scott said I could only speak for 35 or 40 minutes. So
You have to talk about the doors.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Like I said, a lot of people I want to thank. I feel like it's the Academy Awards. But like Mr. Messer said, first and foremost is the citizens and the businesses of the city of Lebanon. They made this possible, overwhelming support in a kind of a rough time. We had a fairly significant levy increase, and they overwhelmingly supported it. So we couldn't do it without them. Me personally, I want to thank all the city, the department and the staff. So many of them worked tirelessly. Finance department, Mr. Brunk, obviously without his support, this wouldn't have happened. without council's support. They overwhelmingly supported this. I said this thing went through at the council meeting. I was just impressed because it went through. I think there was about 11 seconds that it took to get past this thing through. I said, Scott, we should have gone for 2 million more. I said, we could have got that in 15 seconds. But anyway, seriously, we really appreciate the support we got from council. There was, overwhelming support, and that was great. We really appreciate that. Like Mayor Messer was saying, the Graybach and the KZF, they've been amazing to work with, unbelievable. I'll probably forget some of them, but Scott Sindes and Drew and Aaron Baird, the engineer on the project. Aaron was amazing. She's right back there smiling. Even then when she got COVID, and she called me while she had COVID and she was home, but anytime I needed anything with Aaron, I would call her, email her. I'd say usually within 2 hours, if not sooner, I had a response of whatever I needed, it was good. So I really appreciate that. Graybach's been fantastic to work with. In particular, Chris Wiseman and Steve DeSalvo and Ernie Collins have been unbelievable. Ernie is contract for superintendent of the site. He's been here for about 11 months. Every day, probably 5 or 6 in the morning till 6 or 7 at night. He was here till 7:30 or 8 o'clock last night. Actually doing all this to make it look nice. So we really appreciate all the hard work and everything that I've asked him to do, every little whim, everything we've tried to do to make this thing start moving in. I'm like, Ernie, I got all this furniture coming. He's like, okay, we'll make it work. Hey, all the fitness equipment's coming on Wednesday. Okay, we'll make it work. And that's always his answer is, okay, we'll make it work. So real important, I want to recognize them. They've just been amazing to work with. From my standpoint, it's been seamless, it's been easy. A couple people that I personally want to thank are obviously the firefighters and all the work that they've done in this, but from inside my staff, I had Shannon Dye, who bailed on me a couple months ago, but she got this whole process started. She did all the furniture ordering, all of that, and then she took another job with the Career Center, so we brought in Allison. Allison took over about 2.5 months ago. Seamless. It was absolutely amazing what she took in. And we've been in contact with Shannon. We had to bargain with Mark Hodgson to keep her email open because she had all the time. We didn't even know where the furniture was coming from. So fortunately, Shannon was able to keep her email open, and she was constantly, hey, kept us in the loop. She continued to work for us even after she didn't work for us anymore. So I really appreciate that. And Tim Brown from our facilities area. He's been tirelessly working up here every day. This probably wouldn't be where it is today without Tim. So really, I don't know if he's standing around here somewhere, but I really appreciate all his hard work. And believe it or not, he was running a mop this morning and a vacuum cleaner. So if anybody sees Tina, let her know because we've been sworn to secrecy.
1, 2, 3.
Well, that's our show for today. Be sure to check out our coverage of the 2021 Historic Lebanon Horse-Drawn Carriage Parade airing all this month on the Lebanon Channel. Thanks for watching. It's been a great year. We'll see you back here in January.